Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of SportNation. My name is Will Chapman.
And I'm Tom Gooday.
This time we are talking through the review of all of the World Cup qualifiers. Who's through, who's not. Talking points. Okay.
Lots of them.
Starting off with Europe.
Yep. Should we go through the tables?
Let's go through the tables one by one. Group A. France have gone through top. Sweden unluckily went through second. They actually did pretty well, didn't they?
Yeah. At the start of the group, you'd have probably gone France and Netherlands
You
to
definitely
qualify.
would have done that. But Netherlands are having an absolute stinker.
Transitional period.
Oh, the transitional period is nasty, isn't it?
Yeah, not good. But France look good. Got to be one of the favourites for the World Cup next year.
Yes, definitely. Even though they weren't one of the teams who were unbeaten.
No, but they only lost once, didn't they?
Yeah.
But France look good. Got a ridiculous squad.
Yeah.
Got about 5 players for each position. So they're going to be very
just
good.
how it ended up on Holland then.
Yep.
They needed to win by a 7-goal margin against Sweden.
Yep.
We actually said, I think it was Ollie said, I think Holland are going to beat them.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do it. May probably be 2-0, 3-0.
Got 2 goals in the first half. Arjen Robben got both, and it looked like it was on at one point, and then
And it also
Sweden
looks
just
like
shut
that
up
could be Robben's last international.
He's retired from international football.
He has?
Yep, retired from international. Official.
Official. Not breaking, but
not
official.
breaking. It was breaking last night, mate.
Breaking last night. We missed that one. All right. Next group.
Group B. Yep.
Portugal. Top of the group. This was tight at the top. This is so unlucky.
So unlucky.
Switzerland are the most unluckiest team in the playoffs. They were unbeaten until Portugal last night beat them 2-0. Ronaldo wasn't on the score sheet this time.
No, but they've got to settle for a playoff spot now.
Settle for a playoff spot with 27 points. That's unfortunate, but you would expect them to come through playoffs.
Fancy them to come through. They're ranked in, I think they're about 5th or 6th in the world.
Yeah.
Like you'd fancy Switzerland to
There's
qualify.
a few other good teams in the playoffs though.
There is. Yeah.
So an unfortunate draw could mean that they go out with
Potentially.
great performance in the group.
With 27 points.
Oh, that would be
stinker.
shocking.
Absolute stinker.
Okay.
Group C.
Group C. Germany cruised it.
Do what they do best.
10
Efficient.
games, 10 wins, 30 points, the maximum out of any group in any, the maximum out of any team in any group.
Yeah, only conceded 4 goals. But Northern Ireland did very well to get out a playoff spot in that group. With Czech Republic and Norway, tough teams to beat.
San Marino unlucky there?
Oh, San Marino, I had a quick look at it, ranked 204th, I think, in the world.
Not the lowest.
Not the lowest. There are worse teams in San Marino.
The lowest was
Tonga.
Tonga, lowest. San Marino.
Struggling.
They turned up.
They turned up. So it's taking part that counts.
Yeah. Next group.
Group D. Oh, this is the battle of the British, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was actually quite a tough group.
Very tough group.
Serbia have done very well to top the group there.
Yeah, they really have.
They only lost 1 game. The battle was between Ireland and Wales, came down to the last game.
You called it, didn't you, Mr. Chapman?
I said the luck of the Irish will get them through. Whether it was lucky or whether it was talent, don't know, but Wales were missing Bale.
Missing Bale.
And it's cost them.
Bale no longer going to the World Cup.
Coleman, the manager of the Wales, saying he might retire. He said it before this tournament. After the Euros, he said, I'm only going to do 1 more World Cup. Let's see how we get on. All of the squad are saying he needs to stay.
But there's going to be loads of club teams that want to get Chris Coleman.
Yeah.
Obviously done a ridiculous job got Wales to the semi-final of the Euros.
Yeah.
And then I think a couple of results haven't gone their way, but they could easily have qualified for the World Cup here.
They're still a far better team than Wales have ever had.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, let's hope he stays there.
Definitely.
For 1 extra go, but they're going to have to offer him quite a good contract to keep him there.
Yeah, I think he'll walk away.
Yeah.
He goes away as a bit of a hero now, doesn't he?
True.
If he sticks around and they don't qualify again, kind of tarnishes it a little bit.
Lots to think about.
Go out on the up, Chris Coleman.
Yeah. Leave the crowd wanting more.
Exactly, mate, exactly.
Okay, Group E, a.k.a. Anita Pallenberg.
This was quite tight as well.
It's just tough.
Poland came out on top. Lewandowski banged in plenty of goals.
Yeah, basically,
saw them
thanks
top of
to
the group.
Lewandowski, they've gone through top. Montenegro, not a bad team. You got Romania in there as well, not bad. Denmark have gone through second.
Yeah, Christian Eriksen basically dragged them through into second.
True, but there's a few tough games there, so well done to those two.
Yep. Yeah, I think Denmark are going to be my little tip. I think they'll qualify. I like the look of Denmark. Okay. They're going to be one of the seeded teams. We'll come on to that in a bit.
All right, next group.
Group F.
England's group. England didn't blow anyone away in qualification, but they are only one of only a handful of teams who are unbeaten.
Really? To be honest, it's a simple group. You would expect England 100%. To qualify with almost 100% record,
but
which they've done.
They scraped for a few games.
We scraped, but I'm not being funny. Slovenia, Slovakia, all they do is defend.
And also, they do say teams that win the big tournaments scrape through a tough game. They just grind out the wins. That's what England does.
England have got to get there. That was the first challenge. Now they've actually got to start to play a little bit. For me, they need to take the handbrake off a little bit. Playing two defensive midfielders against lowly teams like Slovakia and Slovenia. Jake Livermore pulling the strings. It's not good, is it? For me, play someone else that can. For
Gareth Southgate, can't really have any complaints so far, can we?
No, we can't. Like they've qualified.
We're unbeaten.
Exactly.
We're through.
We haven't really pulled up any trees, but we're there.
Yeah.
We're there.
Cool.
One thing to mention in that group: Slovakia are the team to miss out. They finished second.
Yes.
But they are the worst, best runner-up.
Yeah.
So the worst runner-up.
Unlucky.
So they miss out. Sorry, Slovakia.
Sorry, Slovakia. That is it's a kick in the teeth, isn't it?
That is a kick in the teeth. But they got 18 points. Switzerland 27.
What would have been more of a kick in the teeth? Is if that was a Scotland.
Oh yeah, you'd been
that would have been horrible,
wouldn't it?
Scots. All right, so then
Group G.
Moving on, Group G. Spain.
One of the other teams that are undefeated.
Obvious.
Cruised this group.
Yeah, they smashed it.
Italy made the playoffs, but you'd basically expect that from that group. Yeah. The other four teams aren't exactly up too much.
No one else is going to cause any issues.
All quite tight between the other three teams, barring Liechtenstein. Yeah. But yeah, formality, that group. Spain were going to win it. Italy.
The Italians on paper are probably the best team in the playoffs.
You don't want to face.
You don't want to get.
So Republic of Ireland, even though Republic of Ireland, didn't they beat them at Euros?
Ooh.
Yeah, I think they beat.
Knocked them out.
But you'd still fancy Italy in the playoffs. Efficient as well.
Yeah, you don't want to come up against them.
Nah, you want to avoid them if you can.
That's the one that we want Switzerland to miss. Switzerland deserves to be through. So.
Yeah, well they can't. Italy and Switzerland are both seeded, so they can't face each other.
Oh, okay, fine.
Don't you worry about it. Again, we'll come to that.
We get to that.
So then we've got the penultimate group, Group H.
Belgium cruised it as well. One of the other unbeaten teams.
Yeah, and looked very good. Looked very, very good. Scored 43 goals, banging in goals for fun. Greece snuck in there in the last game, beat Gibraltar 4-0, I believe.
It was always going to be between Greece and Bosnia, really, wasn't it?
You'd have thought. That means Dzeko, Bosnian, not going to be going to the World Cup. Quite a big miss. But Greece are quite a boring team. They're probably above England in terms of most boring.
Yeah.
Conceded just. England-Greece would be a terrible game to watch. Greece only scored 17 goals in 10 games.
Wasn't it England-Greece when
Beckham
scored the free kick? Not
indeed.
Always terrible games.
Not always terrible, but Greece. You wouldn't want to face Greece if you were one of the big, like the seeded teams. They're going to be an unseeded team because they're just tricky to play against. I think
could cause some issues.
Final group.
Group I.
This was Iceland. A great group. Group I for Iceland. Great group, this one.
Well done, Iceland, by the way.
Unbelievable. So they've got a population of 333,000, so about 160, 170,000 men, and managed to qualify from this group with Croatia, Ukraine, Turkey and Finland, who are all fairly decent.
They've done very, very well there.
Done so well.
Recent form for Iceland in all the big tournaments.
Yeah, fair play. So you've got to look back at that and go, Roy Hodgson, bit unlucky to be sacked to lose against Iceland, no?
True. Well, they were a good team.
Iceland are a decent team. They've qualified.
And also, just on the Icelandic theme.
Yeah.
You know their.
Yeah.
Did you see when France won last night?
Did they do it?
They did it.
Oh,
they've nicked it.
Don't steal that. That's what I think Iceland bring to the table.
France. They were.
Yeah. No, it's all about the Iceland. Iceland are imposing when they do that.
Yeah, they are.
Like that though.
Scary.
So that's the 9 group winners
who are through the playoffs. You obviously, there's the winners.
Confirmation of the 9 group winners. Like the look of a few of those. Look,
Iceland stacking up against all those teams. Well done.
But you fancy out of those ones, France, Spain, Germany are the teams to beat, and probably Belgium. Yeah. They're the 4 teams to beat really from Europe, aren't they?
But then Portugal are the European
champions. And then England have got Jake Livermore centre mid.
Yeah.
So a lot of things to look out for. So these are the teams in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Seeded teams: Switzerland, Italy, Croatia, Denmark. I mean, all of those are pretty handy.
Yeah.
Non-seeded teams, if you're so Northern Ireland, Sweden, Republic of Ireland and Greece. If you're Northern Ireland or Republic of Ireland, who do you want to avoid out of those seeded teams?
Switzerland and Italy.
Yeah,
and Croatia.
And Denmark.
And
Christian Eriksen. But I think
the luck of the Irish is going to get there. Look, they're having a great time sporting-wise at the moment, aren't they?
True.
So I think I've got faith.
Who out of those teams in the playoffs do you fancy getting through?
I think Italy will get through.
Yep.
Switzerland should definitely get through. The other ones are up for grabs.
I agree. Depends on the draw. I fancy Sweden look pretty decent, and so the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see those two. Croatia, Denmark maybe miss out, but it totally depends on the draw.
I'd agree with that.
Take a look at some of the stats from the European qualifying.
Yes.
So 270 matches played across 9 groups, 794 goals scored.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, not many from England. Average goals per game was 2.9, nearly 3 goals per game. Again, not in England's game.
Thanks to the likes of San Marino and Liechtenstein.
Exactly, but thanks for the goals for Germany and Belgium mainly, banged in an average of 4.3 goals per game. Spain and Portugal also smashed in a load of goals. Ronaldo, I think, got 14 or 15 of those.
Here he is.
There we go. Robert Lewandowski's top scorer from Europe, 16 and 10. That's pretty decent. Lukaku, Ronaldo, and
no
Silva.
penalties contributing to those.
No pens, yeah, that is interesting.
That's quite good.
All from open play. Like it.
And Ronaldo and Lukaku played less games.
They did. Ronaldo nearly 2 goals per game.
Oof.
Guy's an absolute machine, isn't he?
Consistency is a joke.
Very, very good. So those are the European. The draw is next week. We'll be covering that in a separate video. See who the
Shall we
European
quickly go
teams.
through the rest of the world, see who else
Rest of the world.
went out?
Yep. Rest of the world.
Starting off with South America.
Yes.
So Argentina were a doubt.
They were.
It would have been a massive shame to not have Messi there.
Oh, it would have been huge. Huge
But
loss.
they came up against Ecuador. They went 1-0 down in 30 seconds. Not the best start.
Not a good start.
But then your boy,
stepped
Messi,
up to the plate,
scored a
didn't he?
hat-trick. Not a problem.
He thought, I don't want the summer off.
Yeah.
I'd much prefer to be at the World Cup.
Come on.
I'll just bang in a hat-trick.
Exactly.
Why
so that
not?
was his 44th career hat-trick.
Oh, wow.
Again, consistency.
That is insane.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Chile lost 3-0 to Brazil. They're out. You won't see the likes of Alexis Sanchez.
Vidal,
Sanchez,
gone.
Vidal.
They're gone.
Shame.
Shame, that is
Chile
a shame.
are a good team as well.
It is, but there's some good teams in South America.
Hard
place to qualify in South America.
So the teams that qualified in South America were Brazil, Colombia, Argentina, Uruguay in that side of qualification.
Yep. And then Peru will go to the playoffs.
Peru made the playoffs. They're going to play New Zealand.
They are.
Who are the lowest ranked team who can qualify.
They're currently ranked 113th.
113th
by FIFA.
That's the one.
Might go up slightly with the last round of fixtures.
Playoffs are 2 legs.
They are.
Now. So that's the first playoff. Then you've got the Americas.
Yep. It's like Central America, North American stuff. Gone.
Controversially.
Yes, this is dodgy, isn't it?
So USA lost
against Trinidad and Tobago.
Against Trinidad and Tobago, thanks to a screamer, by the way. Yep. If you haven't seen it, Google.
Check that out. It's a very good goal.
But that would have meant that they would have gone to the playoffs.
Yep.
However, Panama,
that footballing powerhouse,
and beaten Costa Rica, who were already through.
Yep.
Thanks to basically a goal, which was a goal-mouth scramble, bobbling all over the place, hits the defender, hits someone else, lands on the line. 4 players jump in. It managed to get scrambled out, but they've given it as a goal.
Oh.
But they didn't have goal line technology.
Wow. So it's controversial.
That side of the world for qualification. So shouldn't have stood. America should be through to playoffs.
So if Panama would have drawn with Costa Rica, USA would have gone through. But because they won, Panama go through.
Yes.
Oh, that is huge. Controversial as well.
Very controversial, and it brings up a bad memory for the Irish.
France versus Republic of
Ireland
Ireland,
in the playoffs. Thierry Henry handballs it.
Cheeky little handball.
They went through. It was an obvious handball.
Yeah.
Ireland contested it later on and ended up getting paid €5 million compensation.
5 million big ones.
5 million big ones. So, do USA deserve 5 million big ones?
Maybe. They probably will. They probably will contest that.
Well, they'll bring that up, I'm
sure. So there's 3 teams that have gone through from Central America and Caribbean, and then Honduras, the team that have gone to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Again, they're ranked 74th in the FIFA rankings at the moment, but got a good chance of going through. They will be playing against New Zealand, I think. No,
Australia.
Australia, sorry.
Yeah.
Honduras versus Australia.
Yeah.
So
and Australia, by the way, qualified for that thanks to, I think they went 1-0 down.
They did.
Tim Cahill, big Tim Cahill,
scored with a header.
Scored another one with a header in extra time.
In extra time. They had a player sent off. Oh, no.
Syria.
Oh, yeah, I did know
Broken hearts there.
So Syria, obviously, they haven't even been able to play their home games in Syria. No. They've been playing their home games in Malaysia.
Great job to even
they've done so well to get
that position.
That close. Yeah. And then gone to extra time.
Yeah.
Unlucky to miss out.
Unlucky. That would have been a great story.
Yeah, it would have been a great story. So then up to Africa, to Africa, sorry.
So that qualification still continues over there.
Carries on until...
It hasn't finished yet.
Yeah, all through October, I think it is.
Yeah.
Finishes in November.
The teams that are through
yep.
are Nigeria
yes.
and Egypt, thanks to a 95th minute penalty.
Mo Salah.
From Salah. The Egyptians went absolutely berserk.
Unreal.
Pitch invasions, people crying, commentator crying.
Again, we covered that on the alternative headlines. It's a couple of great videos from that one.
Check it out
really,
if you haven't
good.
Seen it, but that's the first time they've qualified in 28 years, is that right?
28 years, yeah.
So well done them. The teams that currently top the groups in the other groups who look like they are going through at the moment are Tunisia, Senegal and Morocco.
Yeah, so it's 5 places for Africa, 2 already confirmed, 3 still to play for.
They're the others, but there's a lot to play for there because I think the groups are quite tight.
Yeah, they are really
They currently
tight.
Top the group, but they can be frog jumped.
They can. Over to Asia. So there's 4.5 places up for grabs in Asia.
4 on 1 playoff. So we got Iran, South Korea, Japan, Saudi Arabia.
I know, good qualified from their group. So they had Australia in their group.
Yeah.
So Saudi Arabia qualified above them in their group, which meant Australia had to go to that playoff game against Syria. So yeah, Japan and Saudi Arabia have done very well to get through there.
Yeah. So Australia obviously getting the playoff there. And that sums it up, does
it?
No,
Oceania, New Zealand beat the Solomon Islands to get through, and they place in the playoffs. So the Interconfederation playoffs.
Yeah.
Honduras versus Australia.
Yes.
New Zealand versus Peru.
Yeah.
They all happen across 2 legs in November, so we'll find out exactly who was qualified then.
So let's just get a quick summary of everyone who's through and the teams, the places still to be nabbed.
Who do you like the look of there, Chapman? Who are your pick 2 teams that you fancy to go far?
Well, let's quickly whiz through it. So Egypt won, didn't they win the Africa Cup of Nations?
Cup of Nations, yep.
So they could be
handy.
Outsider.
Handy, Mo Salah.
Handy. Then you got the host Russia.
The lowest ranked team currently through.
Yeah. So I don't think they'll cause many issues apart from maybe corruption. Then you've got Asia. Don't see any problems there.
Nah. Again.
Even though I think Japan did
could
cause
be
some
alright.
problems
Could
on
be
one
alright.
tournament, if I remember rightly.
Japan could be alright.
Then Europe. Okay, so
the big boys.
The big boy here so far is obviously Germany.
And Spain.
10 games, 10 wins. Spain did draw.
And so did Belgium as well, and France. I think there's big teams from Europe. Those 4 will fancy their chances. Especially it's in Russia. The climate's not too crazy. Not like when it's going to be in Qatar in a few years' time.
Then you've got Costa Rica, Mexico, Panama. Look, I want Panama to do well.
So do I. Panama are going to be everyone's second team, aren't they?
Well.
Going to be everyone's second team.
And I hope that they've got their own chant and their own Mexican wave style.
That would be so good.
They need something.
Bring something to the table.
Whoever's branding them needs to give them something.
Panama, bring something to the table,
exactly.
all right?
Come on, boys.
South America, 4 big teams over there. Argentina, Brazil, Colombia,
Even though
Uruguay.
Argentina did nearly struggle. They nearly struggled.
Snuck in on the last game.
Recently, in all the recent tournaments, they haven't actually done that great.
No, they haven't.
So Brazil are the people over there, really.
Brazil are the big boys.
and then Oceania, we don't know yet.
We don't know yet. Couple of still question marks.
Yeah.
But in early November, we'll be covering all of the teams that have qualified for the World Cup and do a little rundown on all of the teams we fancy.
Just a quick mention.
Yeah.
The big teams who have gone out.
Yeah.
There was 4 on the list, wasn't there? So Wales, unfortunately, not there.
Gareth Bale gone.
Holland, obviously.
Huge.
Chile, USA.
Yeah, big.
Bad for them.
We've actually made a little team, haven't we?
So
missing players.
Yeah. Have we got a few of those players?
We've got. Here we go. Look. So Oblak from Slovenia in goal.
Yeah.
Van Dijk, Matip, and Alba.
Great.
At the back three, very solid. 2 wing backs, Valencia, because Ecuador from Antonio Valencia from United. Left wing back, Mahrez from Leicester. Centre mids, Mkhitaryan and Vidal.
It's a strong team.
This front three is ridiculous, by the way. Aubameyang, Sanchez and Bale. And then on the bench, a few controversial ones in there. Craig Gordon of Scotland. Arjen Robben, Kevin Prince Boateng, Martin Skrtel, Yarmolenko from Ukraine. Yep. Dzeko from Bosnia. Hamsik from Slovakia. Wrong one. And then Kirichez, who's from Romania.
That team is a World Cup winning team.
That would win the
World Cup.
Oh, I don't know if it would win it.
Solid team. You're getting semi-finals.
It's a solid team.
They're in the semis, 100%.
Well, they'd be getting through a group stage, wouldn't they?
They'd definitely get through the group
stage. Solid. If you can think of anyone else that we've missed, let us know. But we think that is a strong squad of players that are not going to make it to the World Cup.
Yep. So lots to discuss there in the comments. Okay, some good talking points.
Very good.
Get on that. It's a shareable video, this one. So get that shared. That's it for the World Cup qualification, apart from Africa.
And a few of the others.
Oceania.
And the playoffs.
A few to go. Most of it's done. We'll be previewing all of the World Cup, obviously, in the summer. Stay tuned until then with all of the other sporting previews on SportNation.com. See you later.
See you later.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more. And for that extra sporting fix, check out our website for more great info, betting tips and exclusive offers on SportNation.com.